you're on.
Yo, this is B Danger, aka Night Stalker, and you with Rob Rizzle. Got my man Mr. Hitz.
But Shizzle,
No.
Mr. Hitz.
Mr. Riz Rock in the back, baby. Cameraman.
In the background. So yeah, we're gonna sit here. We're gonna talk about the, like the history of hip hop. B Danger. We're gonna talk about his album, The Arrival of the Awakening. You got my man Mr. Hitz here. He's a dope producer. He does the straight boom bap. He hit you with the boom bap. We're gonna kick it right here, man. So yeah, you know what I'm saying. Start off, Rob Riz.
So B Danger, how did B Danger become B Danger?
That's a good question. You know what I'm saying? Back in like the days, hip hop, we all hip hop heads, like real hip hop heads.
Right.
So we came from like the 80s era with the Canes, the Rockins, the Carrots ones, and that was really my era where I really got into hip hop.
Right.
I mean, I loved hip hop back in the early 80s, but I really got into it around that time.
Right.
So I was like into hip hop dancing. I was like a dancer. You know what I'm saying? You had the dances with the rappers and all that. But by the time, like I say, like 90 and 91, hip hop started getting more intense, and it was like more like a sport thing. I started to writing around like 90, 91, and my brother, he was in the group, so that's when I started to. I was one of his dancers. He wanted me to start writing, so I started writing, and it became B Danger from that point on. Because at one point my name was B Smooth.
Okay.
That's a dead issue.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So from that point on, like from 91 to like 94 and 95, it was like all downhill for B. It was B Danger from that point on.
Okay, all right. And Mr. Hitz,
Yo.
how did you become Mr. Hitz? What was the birth of Mr. Hitz?
Yeah, so for me, it was kind of like alright, so it's a little bit of the street life too, and a lot of it transitioned into the music aspect. I really earned my name off the street credit.
Okay.
For those who out there that know what that means, I don't really need to get into all of that.
Right.
For the most part,
I think we know.
we all come back to street cred.
Anybody about that life, like they already know.
Yeah.
But for the most part, transitioning to the music aspect, right? I really didn't decide to finalize my name like that until I started, creating my music, bumping it outside, you know what I'm saying? And I started seeing a response, you know what I'm saying, of different people, like different ethnicities, different diversities of people, you know what I mean? Like, just different types of people, period, and the different type of reactions that they would have. Some be dancing, some would be singing, so I'm sitting back, like, to myself in retrospect, I'm saying, like, damn, man, this shit is like drugs. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
To the ears at least. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh, it hits like that. So I really finalized my name off of that. We got a stamp branded and, it just took off from there. So, right now.
And what year was that probably around when you got the really Mr. Hitz? When Mr. Hitz was really born.
Yeah.
He was resurrected or created.
Hitz really didn't come out of the ashes until about maybe 2002, 2003.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
after the World Trade.
Yeah, pretty much. After
the World Trade.
Yeah, after it went down. You know what I'm saying? I'm not responsible for that, but I'm just saying.
Or was it you felt they wasn't the only one who's blowing up?
Yeah.
No pun intended, though.
Right.
For all of those.
Right. You know what I mean? I don't need the CIA, none of them boys coming at me.
Definitely don't need that here.
Right.
We don't need that type of heat, man.
No.
But yeah, man, so I just stuck with that after that, and I kept it pushing. A lot of people that know me for doing music, they just call me by that, or you know what I'm saying. Some of them, call me by my government, but either or, like for the most, they call me Hitz or Mr. Hitz. You know what I'm saying. I just prefer Hitz. You know what I mean. And I started to take the emphasis of the name a whole lot more seriously.
Okay.
You know what I mean. Like I said, if I'm going to make this a brand name,
Mm-hmm.
I want people to know, like, Hitz just don't make, just straight boom bap music. Of course, that's to the soul. That's for me. That's for, what I'm saying, for us, our people.
Right.
But I said, I want to be that person I want to be that producer that produces just not in just one area of music. You understand what I'm saying? Because my ear's been trained since I was a kid.
And let me, can I cut in for a second, Mr. Hitz? As far as, like you said, your ear has been trained since you was a kid. Now your father, and I know from our personal off the air conversation that he's an artist. He's still he plays the guitar, right?
Yeah.
And he was in a few bands.
Yeah.
Did that have a big influence on you too with your music?
Growing up, like, I really didn't get to see my pops, do music like that. Like, maybe when he was in the house and they was having a session or whatever, I would get to see it. But being hands-on, like, because at that time, it was like, what, maybe 70, well, not 70, but when he started doing music, it was like, early 70s.
Right.
Whatever. So the equipment was a whole lot different than, track board.
Right.
So I grew up watching my pops in the studio, like, in the home studio, playing with the piano.
The original studio.
Right. That's right.
Using piano, playing the guitar, what I'm saying, doing like
hardware. That was the hardware. That was the era when hardware was just hardware. It was hardly what was they using? A synthesizer then?
Right.
Maybe.
Synthesizers, all kind of stuff like that, man. So but yeah, man. That's pretty much the name brand, man, and that's how I got it. You know what I mean? So we sitting here. Be danger. You know what I mean? Like, we out here, we trying to put something together.
Like with me, basically. Like with me, I do beats too. You know what I'm saying? I started from doing beats from like back, like late. I started like around like 98.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And with the MPC 2000 XL, then it went from like Fruity Loops and then programs like Reasons and all that, and I make my own beats. On my album, most of the beats is on me. I don't have no professional producers that's known names doing I do my own stuff. You know what I'm saying? I basically do my own stuff. Or I can get stuff from my man Mr. Hitz right here. Right. Or I can get it from other people that send me beats. But basically I do most of my beats on my own.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That and I guess I seen like cats like the RZA from Wu-Tang doing that, like he was doing his own beats and he started rhyming, whatever. Rock was doing that too. He was like, he wasn't rhyming as much as the RZA, but he was making beats, but he was trying to rhyme. But me, basically, I started from spitting bars, then making beats. So,
Well, let me ask you this. Let me cut in real quick, B Danger. Like you said, you started from your early beginnings in the late 80s with your brother rhyming, right? And having crews and all of that, and you was dancing and stuff. But to be a dancer to some sort of a degree, you have to have an ear anyway for music to some form of fashion, right?
Yeah.
So you always kind of had an ear.
Well, we black people, we got rhythm. Most black people have rhythm. You know what I'm saying? We have an ear for music.
Right.
Basically, so that's where that came from. Cause my mother, rest her soul. She had rhythm. She used to play the piano.
Right.
So I got that from my mom. And my brother, he plays the piano. And he does his own music.
Right.
So, we musically inclined in our family. And that's where that comes from when we doing music.
Did you come from the era of when you was in elementary school where they used to beat on the desk?
Oh yeah.
I think everybody did that, right?
Yeah. When they used to beat on the desk. Like cats be rhyming, and then somebody kick a freestyle. We come from that era. You know what I'm saying?
Right. The Mary J. Blige beat on the table. You know what I'm saying? Word. That was the era though.
Or basically, I know you know about this. I come from the era where like the Dougie Fresh beatbox and cats was in the hallway.
In the lobby.
Doing the fat boy joint and spitting bars. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I know what I know you know about that too, Hitz. Also, being you, because you musically inclined also. But the hallway. Now I'm a project kid, so we used to rhyme in the lobby, and the acoustics was similar to the same sound you would get in the booth when you was in that studio.
Right.
And that was our booth back in. That was the hallway with the echo, and it was really you sound like you had a little rhythm when you was in there going in the hallway, going upstairs, coming from the store, or whatever.
It's funny that you're saying all this. You know, like it's funny that we talking about like we use the tables and we use our lips like Dougie Fresh.
Right.
We didn't back then we that's all we had back in the days.
That's right.
At that time.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? It was our music. Today they got it so easy. You know what I'm saying? And they still. I listen to the stuff today like it's not like ours. You know what I'm saying? We was musically inclined. You know what I'm saying? Not even in hip hop, just music in general.
Right. It's almost like it's a mutation of what the music really was about. Like now, it's almost because we're in a
It's saturated.
Right.
Like
Yeah, like
Right,
it's morphed. It morphed into.
This is how I can
It
explain it.
transformed into something else.
Like I said before, I said back in the days in hip hop, you had your apples and oranges and your grapes and your all your fruits and vegetables.
Right.
Now you just got a bunch of bananas sitting on the sideline, and they all the same. It's like, yo, like everybody sound the same. Everybody's saying the same thing. Everybody. You got slices of bologna sitting on the table. That's all it is. No lettuce, no nothing.
So, well, he said slices of bologna. So that's not. So B.
There's no
That's
substance. There's no substance to what hip hop's supposed to be now.
so that's not even an hors d'oeuvre. It's just a slice of bologna with no cracker or cheese. Like
Basuda, bro. Like the Finnish cats be saying, bro. That shit is wild basuda, bro. That shit belongs with.
Like back in the days, you had your name brand sodas. Now it's like no frills. It just say soda.
Right.
That's what it's like, soda. You know, you buy them little tropical fancy sodas. That's what it's like now.
Oh,
That's what hip hop. That's what hip hop to me is like now. It's not.
What do they call it? The baby killers, right?
It's
Still
nothing
your sperm
there.
cell sodas.
And that's the sad part. They have more technology to do stuff with their stuff, but they don't use it like we do.
Right.
They didn't use it like us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean back in the 90s, you had so many identifier of hip hop. You had your Jerry the Damages. You had your Organized Confusions. You had your Rumpelstiltskins. You had your Mobb Deeps. You had your Gang Stars. You had your Gang Stars. Nobody sound the same.
That's an effect. Yeah.
Everybody had their own identity. You had
Right.
your K-Solos. You had your Redmans. You know, everybody was different from each other. Even in the Wu-Tang, everybody is different from one another.
Right, they all, that's flavors, like 12 different flavors. What, how many rappers they had?
You had the Tribe Called Quest, you had the Brand Nubians. Everybody had their own identity. Now, I can't tell none of these Negroes apart because they all sound the same. They all dress the same. They all look the same. And they look retarded. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said again, they trying to dumb down hip-hop. They don't want a lot of black men sounding intelligent or anybody sounding intelligent. Like the Poor teachers. They to kick knowledge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? X-Clan, they to kick knowledge. Public Enemy, they to kick knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Even when I was coming up.
Professor Grip, and all of them.
You had underground cats on the low, like Natural Elements. They was
Natural Elements,
You had Last Emperor. You know, you had your Carrots Ones, you had your Channel Lives. Everybody was saying something was an underground. It's not there no more.
Right. Even what's your name? What's the group from I think they came out the era of Eazy-E's record label. What's those brothers' name?
Bone Thugs and Harmony? Well,
but I'm just saying they
I wasn't.
But I kind of like them because they were different.
I have no comment on that one.
Yeah,
I wasn't listening to them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was so inclined to New York City and so deep inside New York City with the underground. I wasn't trying to listen to that radio.
Well, nothing's wrong with that though. I'm just saying I liked them because they were unique to what was going on at the time.
Right.
That's what I was looking at. But as a New Yorker, and East Coast Overdose, I love it, and that's what I am. I'm a part of that. But I also have to have an ear for what else is going on. And and I know you definitely Beat Danger. I can't speak up too much for Hitz because Hitz makes all type of music.
Right.
So, but that trap, no, it's boom bap, but not trap with Beat Danger because that's the foundation of what it was started on, and that's the foundation that you.
I mean, all right, there's nothing wrong with what There's nothing. They want to make that type of music, okay, but don't try to saturate the whole shit
with just that.
Just that. I mean, have a balance. All right, if they want to hear that, let them hear that. But have a balance of what we want to listen to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got grown men that's our age now that's trying to do that music, and that's sad. That's sad. Yeah, you got grown ass men
mumble rap
in they 40s and 50s trying to do this type of music now.
Right.
Crazy, man.
Even dressing like them. Like, my man, when you think you come up in my time, yo, you gotta change with the time. No, screw that shit. Fuck that shit. That's some bullshit.
Right.
So that's just how I feel about the state of hip hop. I'm not gonna say no names, because basically I don't know half of them young monkeys' names. Because they just there. You know what I'm saying?
So I guess the young monkeys go with the bananas now, right?
Exactly,
Basically,
you feel me?
I mean, basically, it's just like the same monotonous beat. They use the same beat. They saying the same thing. They're not really saying that. They say the same thing in their rhyme. They talk about drugs and how much money they have and how much drugs they do and how many girls they get.
Right.
Or they even say other things that I don't even want to say right now.
Right.
But it's nothing that they talking about that I want to hear.
Okay, but let me switch because you produce beats too. Let me hear Hitz's his opinion on being a producer and having to go to different genres, and just not because you're trying to satisfy, but you're always inventing with different sounds.
Yeah.
As a producer who can still flow too, he can rap too now.
Well, yeah, he can flow.
He's a producer,
don't sleep on my man right here.
Yeah.
He be trying to hold back. But I was with him the first time, man, and I was like, wow. So why don't you get on the microphone? Get on the microphone.
Yeah.
I mean, you saying you coming out of retirement, you should never went into retirement. The other cats be thinking they nice, and they sound like Thraka.
Yeah, but I mean, so for me, I guess it's like, I relate. I'm just gonna piggyback off what he was saying. It's really no substance. And at least for me, when I'm listening to different artists or different type of styles of music, even I'm listening to the whole package. You understand what I'm saying? So for me, it's like I'm listening to the whole thing and I'm dissecting it at the same time. Like, what stands out? What doesn't stand out? What could have been, perfected? Or, and it's like you hear some of the rap now. It's like it's watered down. Like sound-wise, it's watered down. It has no validity. You know what I'm saying? It has no kind of substance to where it's something like, I don't know if I could really explain this feeling, but I remember when I was a kid and, like going to the record store. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
How
Looking at record stores.
You know how you used to feel when you buy an album, or, you know what I'm saying? You be like, yo, Wu-Tang just dropped this new album that just came out, Liquid Swords just came out, or whatever.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Liquid Swords.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, that same type of feeling is a lost feel in that.
Not to interrupt you, we didn't have the outlet. The only thing we had was Rap City.
Right.
We didn't have no internet. We had Rap City. You see a video on Rap City like, oh, word, Organized Confusion got crushed, killed, destroyed, stress. All right, let me go to Tower Records and go buy the single, go buy the tape.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we had. We had our Fat Beats. The Fat Beat store, the record store.
Right.
Where they sell mad underground.
Downstairs Records. Remember that one?
Right.
So yeah. Now they have more outlets and they don't have to work so hard.
Right.
Because
they don't use the outlet. The only thing they using is the same old monotonous same old radio station, same old songs, same old 24. They play the songs 24/7, and that's why you notice how people are today. It's more they